All right. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Another late live stream. I got a little distracted at first from grabbing dinner, but this one is hopefully going to be actually fairly short. I hope to chat a little bit about modeling reviews in FHIR for residency programs. So what I mean by reviews is one of the features that I think would be really cool and shown in the published literature is that there is probably a desire for potential residency candidates to know how others are perceiving a residency, because they're choosing to spend a year of their life somewhere. It'd probably be very useful to be able to browse the directory of residencies and be able to tell, oh, of these residencies, these are the highest rated ones. So that's kind of the feature we're working on today, and changing it up. We're not going to be doing coding necessarily, but we're going to be doing fish code, which I guess is kind of like that. It's FHIR shorthand, by the way. So you get to see a little bit of that. And then I'm going to spend a little time just kind of thinking through what the FHIR data model will look like. So I haven't really spent too much time thinking about it yet. So you guys get to see the thought process as we go through this exercise. All right, let's kick it off with, let me see here, some sharing of my screen. FHIR observation. Let me share it so you guys can see exactly what I'm looking at. Let's share screen to one of my windows. Here we go. Okay, is it sharing? I don't see it sharing. Oh, I see it. Okay, there we go. Let's make this just a little bit bigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to FHIR. I have an idea of actually what resource I want to use to model it. I don't know if it's the most appropriate, but the first thing, like when you model things in FHIR, the first thing is you want to think about, there's a better way to view this, maybe here. Yeah, here it is. There are, so you can see here, 157 resources. We're not using R5, we're using R4P. And there are, of course, they don't say how many there is here. I think there's like 145 or something like that. Of these resources, these are the things that you can use to model things in the world of FHIR, or rather in healthcare. And so the idea here is what resource matches most closely to a review. Like if you're going to review a program, how would you want to represent that? And I spent maybe like 20 minutes thinking about this earlier. And initially, of these resources, I was thinking maybe like a questionnaire response. So if like you have either a candidate or someone who's been to the program before, they fill out a survey, you represent that with a questionnaire. And then the responses, then you can ask them multiple questions, and that'll be represented in the question and response. And then you can parse that into a database, and then basically use that to, aggregate your reviews. But I thought that might be a little too complicated, a little over engineering, if you will. And I was like, one of the easier resources to use is probably just simply observation. So observation is just like exactly what it is. If you go to the observation, measurements or simple assertions about something. So in this case, I'm reviewing or giving a rating to a program. So this seems like a suitable resource to use. And then I wanted to think about this. I haven't thought about using measure, report. So when we're talking about aggregating it later, say for this program in this given organization, what are all the observations, aka reviews, that this program has? You can give like some score. And I was thinking about using this, but I don't think I'm going to talk about that today. I haven't really thought too much about it, and I've not really used these resources very much, but they seem like they could be something like measure report, or like your quality measures in healthcare. So this seems like something that'd be very suitable to use. So today I thought we can think a little bit about observation and how we can use to model reviews. So I would probably create, let me think through this. Again, this is just kind of me thinking on the spot, and I tend to think out loud, so I just ramble. But let's see here. So for a review, I want to be able to do things like associating it to a user. And I know observations can be associated to a subject. And in our case, the users are, I don't think I want to represent them as a patient. I don't think that's appropriate. Oh, we're rating a program though. So if we're rating a program, and our program are being represented as practitioner roles, excuse me. Ideally, we have some native data element that links that, and I kind of see one here. So focus, what the observation is about. So this seems like a very good candidate already. So the focus of this observation will be a reference to the practitioner role, which is the program. So we are reviewing that program. So this seems like a very fitting data element to use to reference the program. Now we need one of like, my performer. So the performer will represent the person that is doing the review. So whoever is wanting to review the program. That could be a practitioner, maybe you're a pharmacist that completed the program. Maybe a related person too. I wonder if there's a person. As member derived from. I think those might be the best ones. Like what I'd like to avoid doing is just creating extensions. It seems like it's ideally just avoiding it. This seems like a very fitting role, but so we can reference practitioner or current worker there. So what I'm thinking about is how do you represent the user if it's like a pharmacy student? I don't think representing them as a patient seems right. Maybe related person? That might be okay. So it's like you're related to the program in the sense that you're interested. Related persons, you can reference the patient. You can't reference the practitioner because eventually I want to associate this person who is a pharmacy student to a practitioner because they're going to eventually graduate pharmacy school and be able to practice. So I want to be able to give them credentials. I don't think this would be a good one. I wonder if I could do patient. Demographics. This might not be a bad idea to actually just use patient. Or maybe I should, you know what? I should probably use practitioner. I don't know what I was thinking. So the practitioner here in this case would be someone who could work there or have worked there, a practicing pharmacist who's a resident or who has graduated and they're wanting to review the program. But a practitioner can also be a pharmacy student. That seems pretty obvious. So everyone is a user, like a pharmacy student, will be a practitioner and they just won't have their credentials. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so I think I have it. Let's actually, a bit of a cough, so I'm just coughing a lot. I think one of the nice things about reviews is I'm probably going to want to model the type of review because I think the very first feature, just like an MVP, it probably would be ideal to just do like a 1 to 10 rating. But ideally, you can review things like quality of preceptors, maybe compensation, maybe quality of experience, opportunities to teach, all those kind of things. So I think you can have different types of reviews, and we probably want to use something like code or category to bucket that. I think at first thought is probably using code, and then if we want to like bucket it into something is category, but this will probably be for a lot later. And of course we can use things like effective time, or maybe more so like instant, to capture the time of when they reviewed it. And in the review, oh nice, so we can probably do something like a integer. Oh yeah, this is perfect. So this would represent like their actual review. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. I think we have everything we need to capture that. So what I'm gonna do next, I think I have a good idea of what I want to do. Let me switch over to was I not sharing? Whoops, I don't think I was sharing. My bad. Well, now I am. So what I'm going to do now, after thinking about the whole FHIR thing, is now let's play around with some fish. And usually this is where, like, after I have an idea of what I want to do, I'll start coming over here, and I'll probably toggle back and forth as I forget things and want to think through things more deeply, something like that. This is my repository. This is where I write the fish code to create the FHIR IG. This is the one I have so far. So we have our profiles that represent program practitioner. So this is the people who work there. Contact. Oh yeah, because I have this as a, I forgot I have this relationship. I probably need to draw a diagram for this because I get a little confused with these names. Organization and a postgrad position. So what I want to do now is I want to create a new profile. So it's going to be a fish file. So we're going to call it, let's call it program review.fish. And this will represent the review. And then I will grab, I wonder if I have things. So I have the fish extension here. I want a profile. Then I want to do a program review. Okay. So this fish code, if you guys are interested in learning fish, I have a whole course on it. Let me just selfish plug real quick. I'll drop it in the chat. Actually, no, I'm not going to drop it in the chat. I'm just going to show you guys real quick. Yeah, here. So if you go to opencleantech.com, go to learn fish. I have a whole YouTube playlist for learning fish. So definitely check it out if you're interested in learning more about what I'm doing now. I'm not really going to spend too much time teaching this, but we'll talk through it. Okay, let's go back to this right here. And what I want to do is I want to start creating this. So I have my profile. I'm going to base this off of observation that you saw earlier. ID is usually program computer readable. So program review, program review, program review, and it was like an observation, a single review given by an individual about a residency program. Okay, seems pretty straightforward. And so what are the things we talked about? We talked about, I don't think we need an identifier. Status. I don't think we need to model status. Oh, it's actually required in base FHIR. We need status. So what I'm going to do is just Set this to must support. So just put that there. Hold on 1 second. This cough is kicking my butt. Okay, so status. I know I want to do something with code. So code is also required, or represent the specific type of review. E.g., maybe the first one is like overall. Maybe we'll do the first review as a overall review. Next is subject. Subject? No, it's not subject. We want to use, instead of subject, we want to use focus. So focus, and we want to make this required. And so this is going to, oh no, nice. So the focus looks like it's a 0 to many cardinality. So we can probably set the focus to both an organization. Does observation reference organization? I think so. Observation, no, I don't think it does. Okay, it doesn't. So maybe we can do this. Maybe this is something we're thinking about. I don't know if we want to do it yet. So this is a, let's set it this. Can have many. So we can make it, hold on. I don't actually know the thing for this. Let me set this here, focus. Reference. So I'm doing the profile. I don't remember the syntax for doing this one. I think we can profile. Let's not do this for now. I'll figure it out. This is like the part I'll just have to tinker with. So this will be the references the specific program, i.e. the practitioner role, and then maybe also the organization. Okay. So that's what that represents. Effective. So we need to timestamp it. Issue daytime. This was made available. Yeah, let's do effective. And we will do instant is the one we want to do. Support. Timestamp. Timestamp of the review of when it happened. Performer. So performer can only, well, you can have multiple performers, but we only want it to be one, because the individual that is reviewing the program, and we want to restrict performer. So that's this one. I think the syntax is this. I don't actually remember. Reference. I'll have to look it up. I'll look it up later. And I think we're going to want to restrict this. Restrict to only practitioner, which can be a pharmacist or student. Okay. Value we want to represent. Value. And so for the overall review of the program, I think the number is great, right? In this case, I'm trying to see if I want to use any of the other data types. There's ratio, there's range. I don't think we care about the range. Yeah, we'll keep it simple. I think integer is perfectly fine. Integer, the specific rating of the program from 1 to 10. This is a 1, so we want to do like this. And then is there anything else we care about? There's a field to capture notes. I feel like that might be very interesting, right? Yeah, I wonder if I should capture that separately or capture it together. Maybe for our first MVP, it'll be interesting just to get like more than quantitative data, so we get a little bit of subjectiveness in the notes. So if we add like notes in here too, maybe we'll make it optional in case people don't want to elaborate. We don't need to do 0 to 1. We just need to do must support free text comments for the individual to elaborate on their rating. Something like that. I think we might be done. All right, I think we're good for now. Yeah, I'm running it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to render it to check sushi. Running sushi would check for any errors that I have. So it looks good. This is nice and green. After it runs, it generates all this JSON, just structured definitions for FHIR. And then I need to run a script, bash gen once.sh, and then this, oh great, bash gen once.sh. Oh, looks like I need to reinstall everything. So I need to do update publisher.sh. It's kind of weird. Usually you only have to run this once, so I don't know if something happened to my original folder. Okay, so this should have been downloaded then. And what I need to do, let me just run sushi again one more time, just to make sure. This just basically takes the fish code that I wrote and then converts it over to structured definitions over here. So now I'm going to run the bash script, jet once, and then this will now create the rendered IG that we see, or if you guys are looking at the IG, this is what you see on the website. Or so. And I usually just do this just to see how the fish looks. It's taking a while. Okay, hopefully there's no issues. Open output next. All right. Looks like it did fine. Let's show it now. Window, here it is. So here is our IG. So our new one is here, program review. Single review. So we have status, code. Yeah, I probably want to profile this a little bit more so focus. So let's actually figure out how to constrain resource to be practitioner role. Instant, effective instant. This is good. Performer. Yeah. Value. Okay, I think this is good. This is still not very clear yet. We probably want to constrain it more to be more obvious. And I always forget the syntax of fish, so I'm usually constantly like looking it up. So what I'm gonna do is, this is not the one. There's this course that I really like from MITRE. There's some of my favorite people over there, and I use this reference all the time because I forget the syntax of fish. So I just want to check the reference for reference. Only reference. So here it is. Performer. This is funny. This is the actual example I want to. Performer only reference. So performer only reference, and whatever you want to reference in the thing. Okay. I think you just put an or if you want to do multiple. So let's switch back to this. It's a little messy. Let's make this a little more consolidated here. Okay. I don't need to put this here. What I want to do is focus. I want to focus only reference practitioner role, and then how do you do two? Because I want to say you can do, I guess maybe you can do like this, or organization. And I think I actually want to reference my profiles, right? That's what I want to do. So input my organization, which is postgraduate organization, and I would want to reference the contact, not this one, postgrad position. Okay. So postgrad position or postgraduate organization. Okay. So let's see if this works. I don't need this anymore. Performer. So same thing here. So performer. I need to do this. Performer only reference practitioner. So we can do multiple here, right? So we can reference someone at the hospital, or I need a new persona for student. Or just use practitioner for now. So we will have a program practitioner. Actually, you know what? That's kind of weird, right? Because I might actually want a practitioner that can be. I don't want to have multiple practitioner resources. I feel like I might want to remodel this to be a practitioner and then use the types to differentiate different things. That might be a better idea. Because otherwise I'm going to have another one for student. I don't know if I necessarily want that. Or maybe, well, part of it too is I want them to be anonymous. So this could technically be optional, but I want them to be anonymous, but I want them to tie it to an account so they can't abuse the system, if you know what I mean. I think what I want to do, well, if it's going to be anonymous, then the program practitioner can reference it too. NPI. I feel like this should be definitely remodeled because, yeah, do I have an example of this already? Program practitioner. I'm gonna have to rethink this part a little bit, but for now, I think what I'm gonna do is I want to represent I do want a profile practitioner. Let's call him a user. Let's say a Rx user. How do you want to say it? Well, we'll just call it user. We'll just call it user. That's fine. And we'll do something similar to this. Parent ID. Just call this user. I didn't plan on doing all this today, but it's okay. User title, user. So this is an individual that is a pharmacy student, resident, or resident. Actually, I'll just keep this simple. Resident, fellow, or practicing, or pharmacist. Or pharmacist. Let's just do this. Yeah, so an identifier, we may or may not have this active or not. Then I don't know if we really need active in this case. I feel like I might remove this because I don't think we need to know active user. Name, we want their name. Maybe we want the telephone, maybe this. Okay, this is perfect. So we're just going to use this user. And then this user, again, can be a pharmacy student that's using the system, or it could be someone who's working there. If they're working there, they would have a contact that's associated to their thing, which I'll probably want to unlink this, but I'll do that later. Go back. We're going to do this. To do, remove later, and link to user. Because I don't know if I'm making any rash decisions. Let me go back to this. So program review. So we want this to review, only reference a user. Okay. Performer, person who's reviewing the program. I think that's it. Value integer. Note. I think the other thing maybe to model out more is the code. So let's model out a new code system that represents the different types of things that they can review. So let's create a new one. This is going to be the review. Review types, maybe? Just to review types. Does that make sense? Review types, like overall type of review. So there's a overall review, quality of education. Yeah, I think review types make sense. So let's go here, the code system for review. I think to be more specific, let's do program review types. How about that? Okay, program review types. Sounds good. Program review types, and then we'll elaborate here on what it is. 20 minutes to Thanksgiving, everyone. Happy early Thanksgiving if you're in a different part of the world. Well, I guess that doesn't make sense if we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Anyways, program review types. The different types of reviews an individual can leave for a program, a residency program. All right. So let's do the very first one, which we're going to do overall review. This is just going to be your typical one, overall. This is overall review. Overall review of the residency program on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, one being the worst, and 10 being the best. Okay, maybe we'll add another one for now. Maybe what's some of the things that you'd want to know about the program? Maybe like quality of precept. Yeah, I think that'd be interesting. Quality of preceptors. So like quality. Oh, let's do this. Preceptor quality. What's that? Preceptor quality. And then we'll do this here. The a review of the quality of preceptors at the residency program. Okay, we just stick with these two for now. This would be nice and simple. So we have a code system. Now we need a value set so we can restrict it. So let's go here. Let's add a value set. Program review types dot fish. Let's name this as well. Program. Let's copy this. Program review program review types. ID. Program review types. Program review types. Hopefully this doesn't look too repetitive or boring. Okay, so this is going to be a value set for the different types of reviews for a program. All right. Yeah, this here will be program review types. Okay, and so we have a value set, and here and my user. So we want to restrict the code. Code from required. So it can only be from one of these. Let's see if that worked. Okay. Let's try out sushi to see if I made any mistakes. Yes, I did. It says it's not a valid URI. So in program review, so value set, program review types. I wonder if I need to do something else. Maybe I forgot the syntax from me. Double check the syntax to see if I made a mistake. I feel like I'm still forgetful. All right. Let's see value sets. What's the syntax? Code from, is it just the like parentheses? We're pretty dumb if that was it. Let's try that. Back here. So it is just a little space. Oh, I think that might have been it. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, that was it. Okay, let's see how our thing looks. And I think if this works, maybe we're starting to wrap up by creating an example of a user and an example of a review. Check if that works. If it works, then we will get that set up, push it out to the GitHub repository, and then call it a night. Trying not to work at midnight tonight. I spent most of my day doing fish today, so it was like, it's actually kind of embarrassing. If you spent the whole day doing fish, you'd like my syntax is pretty deep in my brains, but I just forget it pretty often. All right, now let's check out the rendered IG and see how we did. So here it is. So we have our new user. Let's just take a look at user real quick. Pretty bare bones. Okay, practitioner. This looks good. And then we have our new program review here. So now our code can only come from program review types, which is we can only review these. And then observations. So there's a type of review, status, focus. That's cool. So the focus can be either or, and it's one to many. So we can link both of them. So we're reviewing a specific program, and then a specific time. Maybe instant isn't necessary. I feel like in the database, I hate handling times. Maybe I'll just change this to date, because like who cares like what specific time they did it at, right? I should probably change this to date. The user who performed it, and then the value, some integer. I would like to set some max on this so it's easy to tell, but I'm not really good at invariance, which is probably how we set this. So I'm not going to do that now. I do wonder though, if I use like a, what is this one? Low and high. No, I don't think this is what that's used for. If I use quantity, can I do a value? I'm trying to think about how to set like a range. I think I'm gonna have to use an invariant. Okay, so my changes, I think what I want to do, maybe I'll just change this to date time because I don't want to deal with that. And then I think that might be it. Just date time. I think that's what I said. Yeah, let's do date time, and then let's create an example of both, and then we'll re-render this. So let's go back to GitHub, or not GitHub, VS Code. Let's make that change. So let's do effective date time. I'm just going to be date of review instead of that. This is this date. And you know what? I should probably add descriptions to make this a little bit more obvious. Always pick the syntax of this. Effective date time. I think it's short. Date of the review. This review was submitted. Let me just see if this works. Oh, dang, it doesn't work. Oh, I think I'm missing the equal sign. Let's try this. Yes, that works. Okay, so we'll give all these a description so it's a little easier to read the IG. This will be focus. This would be the specific program and or organization. Organization the review is about. Code. We will do the specific type of review. Let's see if there's anything we need to clarify. Maybe this last one here for performer, so it's more obvious here too. Performer. Okay, so the performer is the individual that submitted the review for the program. Okay, I think that's fine. Let's just do a quick check, and then let's create an example of each. Okay, cool, that worked. Let's go to instances now. Let's do a example of a program review. Fish. Let's copy one of these examples here. I think there's more syntax for these. I just remember. Usage example. So this would be an instance of program review. This is going to be instance. Maybe there's a title. Let me just check this real quick. Example. I'm checking the syntax real quick for examples. Example. Instance of. Okay, maybe that's it. Instance. Okay. So this one is an example program review. So let's say we are a example review of Mayo Clinic PGY1. So an example review of Mayo Clinic's PGY1 pharmacy residency program. Let's see. So the profile. What did I have in my profile again? There's a lot here. Let's just copy this over. I don't remember what we have. So doing examples, I'm gonna have to say status equals final. Okay, I need to do code. Let me give this an let me give this a. No, I'm not gonna give it an alias. Just this code equals the system. So program review code system. Is it? Yeah, code system and overall. Okay. And this represents the system and code. So that's down here. Focus. So focus is we want the program, and so if you reference the program dot reference, I need to look at the syntax. Reference. This is focus. Focus reference, and reference is. So the reference can be a reference. So we want to reference post-grad. What's not post-grad position? Post-grad position is. Let's grab this one. So I want to give this a ID. Post-grad position. Oh wait, no, this is the resident. Oh, this is the one. Okay, that's that. ID equals Mayo Clinic, PGY Mayo Clinic, Rochester, PGY1, PGY1. Yeah, maybe this is fine. PGY1, Mayo Clinic, Rochester, PGY1. And then we want to review this here. So this is a practitioner position. Practitioner role. Okay. So practitioner role. And then I can do this too, space. Type is patient. No, not that. Type equals practitioner role. Okay. So focus, and then now let's give it an effective date time. Effective date time equals. I think the year first. Let's say 2020. What date is today? 24. November 27. Okay. And then performer. So performer, we want it to be a user. So I don't have a user model yet. So let's just do this for now. Not user. Just performer. Performer equals, performer is a reference. Yeah, performer is a reference. So do performer, same as above, reference equal, and our user is practitioner. So we want to do practitioner. Let's do Joe Dirt as the practitioner who will be doing this review. One of my favorite people, Joe Dirt, performer. Okay, and then value integer. So let's give this program value integer. Let's give this a 10 because Mayo Clinic PGY1 is awesome. Let's give it a note as well. Let's say Mayo Clinic Rochester PGY1 is awesome. It's just very cold in Minnesota. Sad face. I'm probably not going to make it before midnight. Okay, let's hurry this up. So I think our instance example is done. Let's check our syntax. They gave me an error. Let's see here. Input. I don't know why they. Oh, I need probably an equal sign. So that fixed that. Can't assign. Value does not match. Oh, I don't know the syntax for annotation. Is there a special syntax for this? Note. What is note? Oh, interesting. So notes actually are a data type I've never used, annotation. So you can give it an author too. That's interesting. So we need note.text. Okay. Whenever I'm writing FHIR, I have like the FHIR spec next to me because I always have to reference stuff. It's so easy to forget. Okay, cannot find definition. Post-grad position. So focus post-grad position instances. Did I take that one wrong? Post-grad position. Click choice. This one, is this an error on? Oh, there's an error here. Cannot find definition for instance. I don't know if the error is wrong here. How did I do it at the other one? So ID equals. Oh, I need quotes. This is so dumb. I literally just spent like 4 hours writing FHIR earlier today, and the syntax is just not sticking. Okay, okay. All right, my light turned off, so turn back on. All right, so that is an instance of that. Maybe we will do a user. Should we do user? I think we might call it quits for today. It's getting closer. I still need to push this out to the repository. So I'll do the user next time. Let's just see if this worked out nicely. Let's check it out. Look at our IG. All right, here it is. Let's take a look. Here's our IG. Okay. Here is our program review, and here's our example. focus. So nice. So a link to the program. Very nice. We have the overall review. Focus on this specific thing. Why is this not spelled out? PG11. What is it grabbing? Emo. Where does it get the name of this from? Oh. Identifier program, but this is pretty cool though. So you got your program, PGY1, the organization, and you have review, focus. It's just still very odd to me. I don't know why it says this. It's like maybe truncated it. So focus. Okay, shows the whole thing here. That looks nice. Maybe it's just like truncated. Review given on this day by this person. So in the database, I'll have this stored. Maybe I shouldn't do this because I don't want to know who the person is that did the review. No, I need to know the person because I want to limit the number of reviews. Here's their rating, and here's a free text note. So this is pretty cool. I feel like this would be a really fun thing to do. So this is like, as I'm just gonna steal Dennis's name because it's pretty catchy. Rate my residency, and I think this might be a new product that is created, or just like basically an extension of Rxventure. The ability to rate your residency programs. Super fun. Okay, I think this is good. We're gonna call it a day, but the last thing we need to do is, hopefully this is gonna be successful. I need to update the IG that is on here so you guys can take a look at it. And this links back to the GitHub repository so you guys can tinker and do whatever you want with it. Let me go and share my GitHub, and hopefully I remember how to do this again. So I have all this done. What I need to do now is I need to send all this to GitHub. So I need to, let's get this added. Let me close all my editors. Git commit M. I feel like my Git repository is not initiated on this. Git M, add new model for review. Oh, nice. Maybe it is git push origin main. Okay, I don't see any errors and stuff. That looks good. So now, if I go back to where's my screen? Here. How come I can't see my screen? This is kind of weird. One second. Let me make sure this is like shared correctly. Okay. So now when I go to GitHub, now you see all the code is pushed out. So this repository is public, so you guys can check it out. So our new profiles are here. So we have our user and a program review. And now what we want to do though, is we want to push out the page. And I'm pretty sure there's a better way of doing this. So the rendered page is here, and the way I do it is I use GitHub Pages to do it. And I feel like I tried to write a workflow, GitHub Actions to do this, but I failed miserably. So I have to do this manually. If any of you guys who are watching know how to do this, feel free to help me out. I cannot figure out how to write the script to automatically deploy it. Basically, the output folder of all these. You'll see what I'm doing in just a second. To this branch, and the branch is what gets published to that rendered IG, so it's publicly available. So let's go back to GitHub, and I'll show you what I'm doing, because it's really annoying to do this manually, but this is what happens when you don't know how to do the automation. Okay, so I'm on my GitHub repository. This is good. I need to go to my branch, so I need to go check out GH Pages. So I'm in the GH Pages branch, and what I need to do is I need to copy over. Oh, I need to like pull from here. Git pull origin, change pages. Base. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully this would be like more annoying than usual. Okay, so I resolved this. What I want to grab is, oh, I resolved the thing. Oh, I might not be able to do it. I think it takes a while to do this rebasing. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to use just another branch. I'm not really good at doing this right now. It's like I can't figure out why I'm getting so many issues with this. Hit checkout main. Oh, this is rebasing. Let me see. Get status. Get rebase. Let me just report. Get checkout main. I'm just really worried that I'm going to lose stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new branch and publish to that. So let's do checkout ph pages 3. Checkout the ph pages 3. And what I want to do in this page is I want to, everything is in here. I need to copy all of this, which is what goes into the rendered IG, into a docs folder. So I want to create a docs folder. And then I want to copy, I can't remember the command. Copy, how do I copy? I'm just asking ChatGPT. What is the command to copy? From one document to another in the terminal. Have a folder called output and copy everything to input into docs. Oh, recursive. Okay, so it is copy R, which is recursive, output folder to the docs folder. Hopefully that works. Nice. Okay, I think that worked. So here, now this is done. I need to push this out. So git push origin change pages 3. I didn't even add anything. Git add, git commit them, update update pages with new data, with new review data model. Git push origin change pages 3. All right. Let's go and check out GitHub now. Where's GitHub? There we go. So we have a new page, a new branch, pages 3. Here's all our docs. And so what I need to do is go to pages, switch to branch, hit save. That's going to run a GitHub action to deploy the page. There we go. cross my fingers that this works. So now this is building the new page, crossing my fingers. Hope it works. It's looking good so far. Yeah, it looks, oh, something happened. How am I getting a 404? Does not contain. This is really weird. For a root URL, you must contain an index. Did I not copy over the index? Let's see. So docs. Oh, there's no index. Why would there be no index? I just broke my page. How is there no index? I think that's so weird. Okay, check out main. Let's see what we got. I don't see an index in here either. Let's run this again. Sushi. It's gonna have to let it build again. It's probably something with the whole rebasing. It's really annoying. Index is where the rendered page is, so I don't know why that would be missing. This works. Okay, let's just make sure that I can still open the IG. Okay, still able to open it. Looks good. Everything still looks there. Let's make sure the output. Yeah, here is all the stuff. I don't know what happened to it. It's kind of weird. All right, let's go to Git checkout GH pages 3. Let's do the same thing. Copy over. Oh, let me just get rid of this. Let's just delete this. Create the same thing again. Make directory docs. Copy over. Looks good so far. Make sure. I don't know why this is like going in there. Okay, that's fine. Git add. Git commit m. Redeploy pages. Push origin GH pages 3. Okay, let's try this one more time. Replace screen share. Let's go back to GitHub. Here, pages is redeploying. Cross our fingers, hope this works. And so this whole thing of deploying to GH pages branch and deploying as a page, you can actually automate this whole thing. And it's really frustrating because I can't figure out how to do it. I got pretty close, but I can't do it like on subsequent updates, and I can't figure out why. So it's really annoying to do this. Probably wasted like 10 minutes doing this. Okay, looks like it's working. This is cool. Okay, I see my new stuff. I see my constraints. I see my comments. I see my review. This all looks really good. Okay, I think we are probably done for the night. We have Rxventure here. We go to FHIR. We can see our rendered IG. We can see our repository that's been updated. Okay, I think we're all good. All right, guys. Happy Thanksgiving for those of you who are in the US. Hopefully you enjoyed this. You can learn a little bit about fish and fire and a bit of my thought process. In any case, if you stuck around, thanks for watching and hanging out with me. And enjoy the time with your friends and family. And I'm grateful for all of you guys that are supporting and helping me with my channel.